Another chess titled arena is a history which this time hosted 913 titled players. Congratulations to the winners. As you know, usually I'm publishing a game played by the winner of the tournament, but this time I want to make an exception because a very fascinating attacking game caught my eye, again played at this tournament. Hello chess lovers, Suren here, and in this video I want to share with you a brilliant attacking game played by Armenian chess grandmaster Zaven Andriasian against Dutch chess grandmaster Anish Giri. In this game Andriasian had white pieces and he opened up with e4, to which Giri responded with Sicilian defense c5, knight c3 d6, knight f3, knight f6, d4. So open Sicilian is on the board, knight takes d4 a6. We see neither variation, bishop e3, e6, bishop e2. White is choosing the classical variation, knight c6, a4, preventing any possible advancement on the queen side, bishop e7, knight b3, and castling king side. Quite possibly Giri made this move automatically. b6 is preferred, as by playing knight b3, white wants to cement black's pawn structure on the queen side by playing a5. It was better to play b6. Set this hedgehog setup, but instead in our game after knight b3 we see castling king side and a5 by Andriasian, emphasizing the vulnerability of b6 square. Knight d7, white castled king side b5. Black is freeing the b7 square for the light squared bishop, but is doing it at the cost of losing a precious time. Knight d7, knight b6. In these double-edged positions, of course, that fact can play a huge role in the game. Queen c7, bishop d3, bishop b7, queen h5. White is enjoying a very pleasant attacking position and already wants to switch the rook into the attack as well. Although at this point we have an equality, but with his next move Giri made a terrible blunder and played knight b4. Bringing back the knight on f6 is a better idea, but instead we have knight b4, and I would like to ask you to find a winning move for white, which strangely Andriasian missed. Ready? In here queen a5 is winning a piece. If knight takes d3, then bishop takes b6, followed by c takes d3. But during a bullet game it's natural to miss typical moves, you know. White was so concentrated on the attack that to knight b4 answered with rook f3. Knight takes d3, c takes d3, knight d7, f5. E takes f5, knight d4. By making a pawn sacrifice, white freed f5 square for the knight. F takes e4, rook g3, offering the pawn on d3 as well, but going for e takes d3 can be catastrophic for black, because once white knight is jumping on f5, black has no chance of saving the game. If bishop f6, then rook takes g7, followed by queen g5 with a checkmate to come. In our game after rook g3, that's why black played knight f6 and queen h6 with a direct mating threat, g6, which is a blunder and is losing. The most solid defense starts with knight e8. Too many knight moves, right? But this is the only defense. If knight f5, then bishop f6. Black is managing to hold, but instead to queen h6 we have g6. And there comes the knight f5 with a direct mating threat, knight e8. Bishop d4, white is creating another devastating threat, and overlooking that threat, Giri played bishop c8. Well, at this point f6 could prolong black's resistance, but after sacrificing the rook on g6 and then switching into the attack the second rook as well, white can quickly finish up black. Instead, in our game, we see bishop c8, and as we have reached the critical position, please pause the video and try to find a mating line for white. Ready? Well, that's actually very simple, and I'm sure that in a blink of a second you found queen takes h7 sacrifice, king takes h7, rook h3, king g8, and rook h8 checkmate. This was a 1-minute game, but both players spent less than 30 seconds on this game. Truly a brilliant attack by Andriasian, and if Giri keeps on losing like this, then his games can become as popular as toilet paper. In the end, a chess puzzle for you where the task is to find the winning line for white. It's white to move, and I will wait for your answer in the comment section. Thanks for watching. Here are more suggestions for you. Feel free to check them out as well. I will see you in my next video. Take care.